will be ranked in all regards. So every single type. And like I guess like the meta and all that. Yeah, Hazel, slimes, I realized I have to redo the backend system. Because there was an update on it, so they have to be delayed. Yeah, I have to like reconfigure the whole thing, unfortunately, but it's okay. Not a big deal. What's the website? I had it ready. I was gonna link it for you guys. If you guys wanted to do it as well, here's the link. I'll keep it pinned. Can I pin it? Pin it. Yes. Why is it not pinning? Okay, I don't know why it's not pinning. Maybe one of the mods can pin it because it's not letting me. Okay, wait, there it is. Anyways, hold on. I need like music that isn't gonna get copyrighted. Just in case this goes on YouTube. Because I don't want it to be completely silent. Hold on. I'll put like some lo-fi on. From Genshin. Alright. Should be good. And then we'll go back to the K-pop playlist. Can you hear it? Why is it so low? Okay, now you can hear it. Okay. Cupcake? Hell no. Okay, Hibiko and Don Hung. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest Don Hung fan. I just feel like he kind of gives me I'll hate them vibes where there just doesn't seem to be like a level of depth within the character beyond being like annoyed. Like, I don't know. I just feel like we don't know enough about Don Hung, and I'm sure we'll learn more later, but yeah, I don't know. It's not my favorite character. Like, I like the backstory and everything, but I just feel like personality-wise, I wish we explored more aspects of him. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go Himiko. I love Asta. I don't even know why, because like personality-wise, it's kind of mid, but I love Asta. But Herta is very funny and also very interesting as a character, and I'm excited to know more about Herta and Herta's like future, like, you know, like for real self, like the Emanator self. So I'm gonna put Herta. Japard versus Bronya. I am very much ACAB, so I'm going Bronya. I feel like it's very easy. I'm gonna go Natasha. I feel like Pila is one of the characters that is the least developed in the Bellabog storyline. So I'm gonna go Natasha. Also, she's a like living, breathing meme from all of the ads. All of the ads. So I feel like that also boosts her. The easiest one by far so far, Sampo. Like, I hate Clara. Like, I won't be surprised if Clara is like bottom 5. Like, I fucking hate Clara. If I could delete a character, it would be Clara. Like, put some shoes on. Tenyang or Xing Shui? See, like, when it comes to personality, Xing Shui. But then Tenyang has the iconic neck snap. You know? So, like, it's kind of like... like, it's hard to balance. And now, Tenyang is the most meta. But Xing Shui is the strongest 4-star. Oh, I actually don't know. And like, I love Xing Shui's like mechanics and like design. Like, I think that was really fun and cool and different. And like Tenyang low-key was kind of fucking basic. Like, let's be honest. In terms of like animations at this point, like I think Tenyang is still basic. Very strong, but basic. I feel like they're so close. Okay, but Tenyang's neck snap though, like she continues to live and breathe as like one of the funniest moments. Sela or Bailu? Ew, fuck Bailu. I hate Bailu's character. I find Bailu annoying. I do not like Bailu. Give me Baihang, not Bailu. Bailu needs to go by Sela easily. I think Yukong is undercooked, both in kit and in story. But also, Blade was so mid. Like, in the storyline, they built up Blade as a baddie, and it ended off literally being like a, like a what? Like a, huh? Like, he was in and he was out. And I mean, he's been in and out of me, so I guess that makes sense with his character. But I just feel like he's like a robot. Like, I feel like there's nothing to him. I feel, and maybe they'll explore it more later, but I'm gonna still go Blade because Blade is more interesting. but I was disappointed. Ooh, Luca. Okay, but Luca's light cone though, like the light cone chat. But Fushwan is so fucking funny, like in the most non-direct comedic way. Like Fushwan is funny and short, and her ultimate, I mean, like her burst when it released was like the power creep of animations. I mean, now we have Acheron, so. But like she brought it. She served. Like her whole like let me go flip 180 twist and regain my own health, and she's pink. You're right. I know, and Luca like animation wise was so blah, and like Luca story wise was so blah. Like, yeah, the Diluc XP is just not it. Okay, I'm a Topaz hater, like to my core. I don't like Topaz. I feel like Topaz has no redeeming qualities. Like, I feel like she's a really unlikable character, personally. Like, I like genuinely, I like try to like her, but I'm like, what's to like about you? Beyond your like sad as fuck like backstory that no one gives a fuck about, like woe is me, my planet was dying, IPC took advantage of me, number like 3 billion. Like, I just don't care. So I'm gonna go Jinglu because Jinglu served kind. Like, do you guys remember when the Jinglu leaks came out and she like popped that moon phase and absolutely slayed all the girlies before her, and then continues to dominate in domination meta? Domination meta. Destruction, not domination. Maybe just for Raxophone, the domination meta. Vermilion, thank you so much for the freaking sub. I'm gonna go Jinglu. Oh no! These two characters are like tied to similar moments. Like, Wowo was like cute, and like I love that they took the Foxian and like kind of like did a different version of it. Like, I felt like she did it differently with the whole like, you know, Heliobi tail thing. But then Gwenathan, oh, Gwenathan is just like pure hilarity. Like, the whole streamer thing and the constant filming and the funny shit with Sushang. Yeah, I feel like Gwenathan's just too funny to not. Okay, so we got Hanya, who served a look and honestly served an animation for a 4-star. And then you have Ron May, who served a lack of consent consistently, but is very strong in the meta and is very interesting as a character, but also is kind of annoying. I don't know. I feel like we didn't get enough Hanya. Like, Hanya is too one note and not, like, again, another undercooked Xianzhou character. And at least with Ron May, we got a lot of personality and, like, a very interesting dynamic character. So I'm gonna go Ron May. Black Swan. Like, is this a question? Is this even a question? Like, not a chance. Like, don't get me wrong, Shui. Like, you had your moment. But, like, Black Swan. Oh. The thing is also Misha is undercooked. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, although Misha's in the story at some parts, it's really not enough. And it's kind of sad because I feel like there's a lot to the character that we don't know about. So, Acheron. Oh. See, now if I pick Callus, everyone's gonna call me sexist. I'm sorry, I'm picking Callus because I feel like Callus's voice actor is better. And I think Callus has some funny ass moments. Like when he is in the Ron May quest and he calls someone cute. I've never laughed harder in my life. The voice actor for Callus is so well done. Sorry. Is what it is. This is actually the worst one. March and Himiko? Mother and daughter. Like, I love Himiko because of everything beyond Star Rail. And, like, just, like, her as a character, like, she's just such an interesting lore character. But March is just so fucking funny. Like, March took the Paimon role and made it likable. Like, that's crazy. Like, think about it, chat. If you switched Paimon with March, you would hate Star Rail. But March is like such a likable companion, and it's very hard to do that. I'm gonna go March because March has such good moments when it comes to like face reactions, one-liners, like all that. Like Himiko just hasn't had enough time in the spotlight, and I feel like Himiko might obviously get that now as like more Penacony comes, but March has just had so many like fun, iconic, interesting moments, and also such a great storyline. So March. Ooh. Ooh, this is like a toss-up of the future lore. I'm gonna have to go Welt. Like, I feel like Welt is just Zazie. And like I love Herta, but like I just don't have enough to go on with Herta. With Welt, I could like spend hours with. Oh, fuck fuck Arlen. I was gonna say fuck Broadia. Fuck Arlen. I feel like Arlen is really hard to like. Like, I feel like they made Arlen unlikable, which is really annoying because he's literally one of the few Hoyoverse characters with the skin tone darker than the shade light almond. And that is a disservice, but they made him very unlikable when you like deal with him in the space station, which is really annoying. Bronya. Japard. Oh, I actually really liked Serval's character in Belobog. Like, genuinely. I loved how Serval was written. Like, I feel like Serval is actually one of the best written characters in Belobog. Like, actually as a proper arc, interesting narrative, interesting character, interesting backstory, being a part of the Architects. Like, Serval was genuinely really well written in Belobog, and they gave her a good amount of time. Fuck Hook. Fuck Hook. I don't get the hype about Hook. I never felt a single thing for the orphan child. Died so quickly in the meta. Like, if Hook didn't exist, I would not care. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm not losing out on anything. Fuck Hook. Sampo. Now this is the question. Now, Hook between Clara? Fuck Clara. Fuck Clara. Fuck those toes. Fucking weird ass character. Fuck Clara. Hook it is. Damn. Okay, Yanqing, so bratty, man. He's so annoying. Like, I liked Yanqing, and then he just showed up a little too many times. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just felt like, I'm like, why are you trying to fight everyone and prove yourself so hard that you're like a bad bitch that's gonna put everyone in their place? Also, fuck Yanqing in Simulated Universe. Like, actually one of the most annoying to fight if you're not running a team with the, like, proper weaknesses. So, Tingyang. Fuck that man. Fuck that man multiple times. Ching Shui. Ooh, see, now, this is the thing. I feel like Su Shang is such an undercooked character too. Like, there are so many Senjo characters that are so undercooked, and it's actually so annoying. Like, they threw a cast of like 90 fucking characters and sped ran it. I really do hope she gets a 5-star version as well, because truly, like, I'm like, what? I actually don't know anything about her. I know she has like some relations to other ships. Sela. Su Shang. Fuck Bailu. Oh, see, like, Jin Young has the bias of being like one of the best voice actors. Alejandro, or is it Alessandro? Alejandro? Fuck. Sino's VA. But Silverwolf? Like, Silverwolf one-liners, hilarious. Silverwolf backstory, interesting. Silverwolf character design, amazing. Silverwolf animations, amazing. Silverwolf. It has to be Silverwolf. Like, Silverwolf, I feel like I'm constantly craving more Silverwolf screen time. Like, I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but I'm constantly like, I want her on the screen again. I want more of her. I feel like she's really interesting. Also, Punk Lord lore. The whole, like, Punk Lord planet seems like such an interesting thing, too. Silverwolf. Oh, these are some interesting ones to put against each other. Now, again, y'all know how I feel about Blade, but Luocha? See, I don't really like Luocha, like, design. personally, it's just not my vibe. I'm not into long-haired blonde men. But Luocha backstory, Luocha just like everything about him, like what is his goals? What's in the coffin? Like he's just a giant walking question mark. Luocha. That's fucking rude. That's so rude. Oh, see, I love Fushwen, and like Fushwen ate Kafka up that one time where she like descended from the sky and she was like turning the bullets and she's like, I'm here, bitch, and you're locked the fuck up. But Kafka is truly the OG mother, fisted us in the freaking Herta space station with a Stellaron. Like, how am I not gonna pick her? Also, like, one of the best demos of all time, dare I say. Maybe Power Creeped by Sparkle now at this point, and Acheron, but still. Like, she set the bar. She set the tone. Kafka. She's just too original. Oh, this is too easy. Like, Lynx is an undercooked character as well. I feel like, you know what we needed for Lynx to shine, and what I think Star Rail should do still in the future? We need, like, a survival game mode with Lynx, like surviving in the wilderness. I think that would be a really interesting game mode. I don't know how they would do it, but like something of like surviving in like a blizzard, and it deals with like combat and all that kind of stuff. Like, I feel like that would be such a cool thing that Lynx could focus around, because Lynx is all about like, you know, exploring and being out in the wilderness, something like that. Like, I think that would be really fun. But Jinglu is just like this is just an unfair comparison. Oh, dare I say Lynx? Dare I say, like, sorry, sometimes, like, I think about, like, Topaz's animations, and it's honestly, like, so mid. Like, Topaz is low-key one of the middest characters they've released. Like, the animations are whatever. Like, what does she do? She shoots a gun. She has some, like, weird-ass fucking nummy tornado. But, like, it's just, like, whatever. It's so forgettable. And, like, Lynx had, like, the nasty-ass tuna and the giant pill as a 4-star. Like, Topaz is forgettable. She literally gets demoted on screen live. Like, she literally gets demoted. Under Adventuring, which, by the way, is definitely a personality hire. Actually, it's not true. He actually does a lot. He's really good at what he does. He's personality, but with a little bit of work. He shows up on time. I'm going Lynx. Damn, Numby is their own character? I honestly could care less about the pig. Like, that's just fucking, like, you know, gold ass bacon to me. Like, I don't give a shit about Nummy. I would slice up Nummy, sizzle it, eat it for breakfast. I don't give a fuck. Gwenathan. Whoa, whoa. Ooh. Ooh. See, Argenti, undercooked as well. Not enough time. But, like, the whole arc of the Path of Beauty, so interesting. So interesting. Like, I need more Nights of Beauty. I would like me with like 5 Nights of Beauty on a couch, kind of like that one meme of like that girl with the like 6 men behind her. Like, that is my dream personally. Like, I would love that as an arc in the story for me to participate in. But, like, Ron May, I feel like the Ron May questline was so funny, because if you're playing it and actually paying attention, doing that questline and leading up to the Emanator, Skarkabals or whatever, is so funny, because you know it's coming. You're like, oh, this girl's dumb. Like, as you're doing it, you're like, she's dumb. She's so dumb. Why did she do this? She's so dumb. Like, you know something's going on because they're constantly like leaving hints. And then when you kind of get the reveal at the end, you're like, I can't with her. Like, I actually can't. I fucking hate her. Like, I can't stand this woman. And it is funny. So I'm going to go Ron May. I'm going to go Argenti, though. I think Argenti is a better character than Hanya. Oh, that's rude. Oh, that's rude. Oh. Okay, Black Swan does have the innate advantage of being the Welkin Moon mother and also being the lesbian lover of Acheron. But Dr. Ratio's so iconic, like Bathtub Man. Bathtub Man. Also, double timing slut with Adventurine. The other half of the sussy bottom. I'm not tying. That's my one rule. I will not tie. I will decide. Even though I'm a Libra. I will not allow ties. Saltburn. The Saltburn memes. Fuck! This is actually so difficult. He drops literally the Tower of motherfucking Pisa on his enemies. But Black Swan had an archaic, iconic hymn of the oh, and then she literally fists you like 50 million times with like arms from God knows where. Like, no. And it's also giving Zelda like Tears of the Kingdom with like the fucking arms that are like it's giving that a little too. Now that I think about it, Black Swan. Why am I even deciding? Like, this is a Black Swan. Like, Black Swan is, like, an icon, a legend. When she fucking ate up Sampo and Sparkle at the end of 2.0, and she was like, yeah. Who thought you were in charge? Shut the fuck up. Instantly forget. No, Black Swan, by far. Dr. Ratio. Love you, Shui, but, like, what screen time? What screen time? They just didn't give the sisters enough time. Of course, though, all the Xianzhou characters have just been, like, absolutely decimated. If I choose Hanabi here, I feel like Twitter would cook me. Like, I don't think I would live to tell the tale if I chose Sparkle. But, like, Sparkle served cunt. Maybe not in a politically correct way, but regardless. She served villain. She really did. I loved that she did that. Like, I loved having a villain that I wanted everything wrong to happen to. Like, it was so nice to have a character in Hoyo that I didn't feel like Hoyo was trying to make me feel for them. Do you know what I mean? Like, there was no point where I was like, oh, okay, you know what? Let them have it. Like, honestly, Sparkle is the Dottore currently of Star Rail, and I think stories need that. Genshin does have that with Dottore. I don't think Dottore is like a redeemable character, and I don't think they try to redeem Dottore, at least not yet. But like, obviously we didn't get enough screen time with Dottore, but like, we need characters like that. But like Acheron, just the conversations with Well, just the Loron variants alone, and that cutscene, her ultimate, the other form, her going into the nihility, it being purgatory, like the amount of fucking lore drops that a single character has given us. Like, insanity. Insanity. I am like hoping, like, to God, that we get an Acheron companion quest by like 2.2 or 2.3. Like, I'm hoping that they're gonna sneak one in, because they said that she'll continue to be relevant. So it's Acheron. Okay, now it's Sparkle. Oh. Dare I say this is actually an easy choice and it's March. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the main character, but like the main character just doesn't have enough going for them yet for me to really care about them. And I think that's like the main problem with Star Rail currently is you know how Genshin has a very strong overarching narrative of like the siblings, the abyss, like all that. Star Rail's overarching narrative is a lot weaker, which isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a little different. It's a little more free form. Like, you kind of are like lost in the world where you're like, I don't really know what the end goal is and where this is going to end up and what's really the most important thing to pay attention to right now. But I think because of that, the main character isn't developed as strong as, for instance, Lumine or like Aether was. So I'm gonna go Himiko and Don Hung. I think the whole Astral Express crew is above Callus. Oh, it's like the Hershers of Reason duking it out right now. Okay, I'm gonna honestly say Welt because I think Bronya still needs time in the oven. Like, I'm hoping for more of Bronya. Like, Bronya's arc was a lot of like Cocolia relation, and I'm really interested to like see where Bronya goes, but I'm also worried, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of worried because I feel like they kind of left Bronya like without anything to keep going with. Do you know what I mean? Do you guys agree with that? Like, it feels like Bronya's story has no loose ends. Like, I'm like, where does the character go? Like, I feel like they didn't have anything else to develop with her, which was really sad because like she is a really iconic character throughout the story. To be fair, we have a Silverwolf version of Bronya. I don't know if we're gonna have more. Like, that's another thing, which is going to be very interesting as this game goes on. Like, will there be more variants of some of these characters just within Star Rail alone? Like, because obviously we know Honkai Impact, there's tons. But I'm going to say Welt, just because Bronya almost feels like she's at a brick wall. And, I mean, I would love for them to, like, take down the brick wall, but that's where she's at. I'm going to go Herta as well, just because, again, more interesting stories. Ooh. But the Bronya and Sela, like, consistent memes are so funny. Like, you know how they've been constantly leaving little, like, Bronya Sela, like, funny moments, like, especially in text messages or stuff. Like, they've been kind of funny. But, I mean, I'm sorry. Day one, I was an Asta lover. I just feel like Asta gives me such Mona vibes. And Asta's personality is being rich, which I think is iconic. She's like a Paris Hilton with a like really, really strong brain. Ooh. Now listen, if this was before Penacony, I would say Serval. Like 100%. But coming out of Penacony with Mask Fool lore, I feel like Sampo has so much potential as a character, where Serval, I'm gonna be honest, she's kind of like Bronya. Like, I don't really know where Serval would go from here unless we're going to get an arc where she starts up a girl group and, like, maybe we get a Xinyan XP. I don't really see, like, much more for her. So I feel like Sampo is the vibe. Okay, fuck Hook, though. This is like a mid-off. I love Pila. Like, don't get me wrong. But Pila has nothing. We got the museum for Pila, like one of the most boring arcs, like one of the most boring events. But it's still Pila. Ooh. I feel like, you know what? I feel like Sela as a character is also undercooked. I should make a list of undercooked characters. But unlike Bronya, I feel like Sela still has potential for like more storylines and more interesting things to explore. And I do like Sela as a character. Like, I liked that she was like I ain't backing down and I will fuck you up consistently. Ten Young in the story, literally up until the moment where her neck snapped. Girl, I was yawning. Why are you here? Why are you my tour guide? And also, why am I dragging you everywhere and yet you're doing nothing? Fuck off. So I'm gonna go Sela. Ooh. Honestly, the one shot of Su Shang on the ground with the, you know, the like when someone dies, the white marking around them with Gwenathan, that one fucking scene alone, I've never laughed harder. That whole scene was so fucking funny. Like, Su Shang looks like me when I'm being stupid and like pretending that I broke my fucking leg and I'm like bent up on the ground. Like, that was so funny. Tin Yang. Ching Shui. Yanqing. Oh, it's like different versions of like mystery. Oh, I feel like if I like think about my genuine interests, like if I had to be put on the spot and told like, you get a Luocha backstory, like full arc, or you get a Silverwolf backstory full arc, like I would want Silverwolf. Imagine it. Like, imagine, guys, Punk Lord is going to be hyper pop, K-pop, like current vibes, like Illit. Like, that is going to be the backtrack of that whole world. Imagine how amazing it would be. Like, it would be so fucking fun to do that, like, EDM, like, you know, hacker world, like, whole arc. I'm, like, so amped to do it one day. Okay, would I get canceled on Twitter for saying Luocha? I just feel like Jin Young is a kind of boring. Like, I'm sorry, but I feel like Jin Young needs flaws. Maybe I'm mischaracterizing him, but I just feel like we never focus on, like, I almost wish Jin Young was a more complex character, but I just feel like he isn't. Like, Jin Young just always feels so one note, and I wish, like, he was put into more interesting, like, divisive moments, and I wish I saw, like, you know, I don't know, like, I feel like, as a character, he was not challenged in any way. Yeah. Like, I love him visually, but yeah. No. See, again, I would say Blade, but they did Blade so dirty. Oh, that scene though with Jinglu was really good. Like, where they fought and stuff. Like, I feel like Jin Young didn't have. I mean, he has like the Fantilia stuff, but it was whatever. Oh, this is actually difficult for me. I feel like they're very similar, so I'm gonna go Blade and then yeah, Jin Young. That's rude. That it's literally it's the same character but different elements. I feel like Kafka. Is still better. Like the boom. It's a mother of. Yeah, I feel like Kafka, but I feel like it's very close. But to be fair, Jinglu might pass Kafka depending on this, like, post arc that we get with, like, her and Luocha. Ooh, this is tough too. Fu Xuan. I still think I like Fu Xuan more. I think Fu Xuan is I feel like Fu Xuan is well written, dialogue wise. Like, whenever Fu Xuan spoke, I genuinely was interested because not only were they like funny and kept the like conversation interesting, but they also were insightful. Like, they did both. So I genuinely loved whenever Fu Xuan was on the screen. Oh, Jinglu. Luca. Oh, Gwenhaven's too funny, man. Like, Gwenhaven's too funny. This is now where Gwenhaven and Ho-Ho split, because I will say I like Runmei more than Ho-Ho. And I think I like Argenti more than Ho-Ho as well. Now it's Ho-Ho. And then Hanya. That's rude. This is impossible. This is literally impossible. How do you even decide this, bro? They're both like such interesting characters. The divorce, like truly a divorce. Honestly, you know what? I'll just die. I'll personally just die on this one. I just won't pick and I'll just die here. I'm gonna go Black Swan. I know this is crazy. I'm gonna go Black Swan because I will stand by the fact that Black Swan throughout the Penacony storyline is iconic because she's a girl that's getting it done. She didn't care that she got ripped in two by Acheron. She was calling up people. She was looking into the facts. She was digging deep. She was like, I don't give a fuck. I am figuring this shit out and I need a character like that in the story. She does what needs to be done. She snoops where she needs to snoop, and she puts herself in the middle of shit, and I love that for her. Plus, I know she's connected somehow to Genshin. I have a feeling she's part of the Hexen Circle, or at least knows the Hexen Circle, or is adjacent to it. Like, I know that she is going to be the character that connects to Genshin somehow. 100%. Black Swan. Oh, fuck off. Love you, Ratio. Love you, babes. But Acheron. Like, this is where you hit your limit. Oh, okay, wait, this one's kind of interesting. Ooh. I feel like I feel like Sparkle's demo is so good. Like Sparkle actually like had me gagged every time she was on the screen. Dr. Ratio had funny moments, but like Sparkle surpassed. Like Sparkle was like, I was like locked in. Honestly, I feel like Misha could have the potential to be better than Dr. Ratio, but again, they undercooked Misha. Low key, I kind of even want to put Shui above. Just because, honestly, Shui's ultimate animations, they slap. Like, she throws that fucking spear with all those chains. And I feel like Misha, like, I feel like Misha's animations are really mid. Like, I know he, like, trips and throws all of the suitcases, but other than that, it's just so whatever. I don't know. Like, I don't really, like, I feel like they kind of did Misha dirty with that. So I'm gonna go Shui. This is rude. Father and daughter. No! I think this is like another Himiko case where Welt is like undercooked compared to March. So I'm gonna pick March. Oh, okay, this is... Like, what? Honestly, we got a scene in Penacony where Himiko uses her space station and fucking nukes Adventurine, where Welt literally only got like maybe a meter of a black hole out before Acheron stepped in. I'm gonna go Himiko because Welt was kind of being lazy. Okay, this is where it's Welt. Like, Donhung has no chance. Dare I say Herta above Donhung? Okay, to be fair, Donhung and March at the very beginning of the game are the original. They're the blueprint of Bi Panic when they're like debating on who's gonna give you mouth to mouth. Like, that is literally the funniest, one of the funniest early game parts, like early moments of the game. I remember it to this day. So I'm gonna have to put Donhung above Asta. But I will put Asta above Callus. I will not put it above Bronya though. I'll put Stella above Bronya as well. Ooh! I'm gonna give it to Sela just because I love her. Also, Shiny and B2, thank you for the follows. Welcome in. Sampo. Serval. Susheng at this point. I'm only 52% complete, chat. Oh my gosh. Tinyang. Ching Shui. Natasha. Yancheng. Pila. This has to be my bottom two. Or bottom three with Clara. Like these two. Like I'm like they're both awful. Fuck both of them. Bailu is at least funnier. Like Hook, I genuinely like spacebar whenever Hook speaks. This is fucked up. This is so fucked up. Like truly, if someone asked me, you can only be adopted by 2 characters in the game, who are they? It would be these 2. Like if I only had to go with 2 people, like if I had to join 2 people for the rest of the game, the duo of Kafka Silverwolf would be my duo. Like I love them. I think they're really funny. I think they work well off of each other. Like I just love both of them together. I'm sorry, I'm a stan. I'm sorry, I'm a Silverwolf stan. Maybe it's because I'm a comp sci major, but I'm a Silverwolf stan. Kafka. Fushuen still. The pink-haired girlies just have an innate advantage. Ooh, I actually like Jinglu more. Luocha. Blade. Jin Young. Luca. Some of these are easier as I'm doing it, but then some, yeah. I did pick Silverwolf. Link still. Fucking Topaz. Trying to think of Yukong's animations. Yukong's animations, now that I look at other characters, are kind of mid too. I do like her ultimate though. I wish like they did more. But she is a 4-star. But I genuinely just don't like Topaz, so I'm gonna go Yukong. Oh, Black Swan at this point. And Acheron at this point. Yeah, like when Aphin's getting outclassed here at this point. Now, okay, it's a little closer now. It's a little closer now. The only thing is I didn't really like how Ratio was written in 1.6. Like, I did not like the style of writing they did. It felt like Honkai Impact 3rd writing in part 2, where I was like, what are you even fucking saying? So I'm gonna give it to Gwenathan. And Ron May here. Ooh. Ooh. Dare I say Argenti? I'm gonna say Argenti. But the I don't know, Intelligentsia Guild is interesting, but he kind of just shits on it. I'm gonna go, ooh, but the bubble bath. But like, actually, at this point, it's just a question of who I would want to fuck me more, and it's Dr. Ratio. Because I love, like, don't get me wrong, I love Argenti, but like, long hair isn't it for me. Whoa, whoa. Oh my god, not the sister off. Hanya, though. Like, anyone saying Shui Yi over Hanya's insane. I will not be picking Bacon, though, over Shui Yi. Or Misha. March. Himiko. Ann Welt. Ann Herta. Well, no, at this point it's Sela. I like Sela more than I like Don Hung. They're the same. I don't know, now that I'm looking at them, I'm like, it's the same person. It's the same face. I think Sample's more interesting. Though, honestly, Don Hung's one-liners at March can be funny, but I think Sampo is more interesting. Okay, this is where I think I like Don Hung more. Asta. Do I like Serval more than Callus, though? Yeah, I do. Ooh, Callus and Stell first. And Bron. I think Bronio's just too 1-0. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's not her fault. I think it's because of the story, like the situation she was in. Like, she had to be like that version of herself. Like, we didn't get to see any other version of her because she was just in a fight or flight mode of like just trying to fix Bellabog, which sucks. But yeah, it's to her detriment. Natasha. Yanqing over Arlen. Pila over Arlen. Ooh, I like Arlen more than Bailu. They're really asking me. They're really trying me right now with these. Like, the lore girly of me is like Black Swan. But the gameplay in me, like if I were like to explore something right now of like what I'm craving is Silverwolf. But like Black Swan has the T, but so does Silverwolf. Like Silverwolf can hack into anything and can change matter. And is like genuinely probably one of the strongest Stellaron characters. Like the Stellaron Hunter characters, like she is the most underrated in my opinion. Like, she is so strong. But, like, Black Swan's just too iconic. Black Swan. Don't hate me, chat. Don't hate me for that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think Acheron, like, in 1 or 2 patches would pass Silverwolf possibly. But she just needs more time. She just needs more time. Maybe, like, I feel like by 2.3 she'll be ahead, but just not currently for me yet. When I catch you! Send it to Twitter, please don't. I think I like Fushun more than I like Sparkle. But Sparkle, no, Sparkle has the villain buff. No, I'm gonna go Sparkle. Oh, can I go back? Oh, I can go back. Wait, does it let me? It does not let me. I double clicked. I don't even know what it was. Whatever, it's fine. My mouse accidentally double clicked through. Fushun. Uncheck, disable, undos. Oh, wait. Oh, it doesn't let me uncheck it. Maybe I had to do it at the start. I had to do it at the start. It's okay. Ron May or Jinglu? To be fair, Ron May has a really interesting backstory when it comes to, like, the original planet, like the ice planet that she's talking about. And I am interested in it. Like, she has really interesting research topics. And she is a ballsy character that sits in the morally neutral, like, she's just gonna do what she wants. Like, Jinglu isn't future lore. Jinglu is not lore, it is future events. Like, we already know everything there is to know about Jinglu. Now it's just about this whole trial and her plan with Luocha. But Ron May is still a little bit like, there's some things we don't know. I want Ron May. And Ratio over Jinglu. And, ooh. No, now it's Jinglu. Damn, it's like a pretty boy off now. Luocha. Argenti. Ho-Ho and Blade? Okay, I love Ho-Ho, but like, Ho-Ho is just, yeah. Though I like Ho-Ho more than Jin Young. I don't think, I guess Adventuring isn't in this? I don't know. Maybe because, I have up and coming characters checked, so I feel like he should be if Acheron's in here. Jin Young. Luca. Hanya. Lynx. This is getting easier. I will take the bacon over Topaz. You put up and coming, but Adventuring, Boot Hill, or Robin's not there. Damn. Also, hi, Quaid. We'll have to do it in the future. Black Swan or March? Dare I say they're the same? Dare I say? March is more of a question mark, though, in future. And I still feel like she's going to end up being connected to Alicia. But Black Swan is definitely the Genshin connection. Like, they're so similar. What do I care more about at this point? The Genshin connection or the Alicia? Fuck. No, this would be so much harder with Robin in it. Robin, Sunday, Adventurine, and Firefly. Do you know how difficult these decisions would become? Like, so many of those characters have become, like, my most loved. Can we just say that, like, the Penacony cast was so good? Like, Now that I'm sitting here and thinking about it, there are so many characters in the Penacony cast that have become some of my favorite characters in the game. So well written. I'm gonna go, you know what? I'm gonna go Black Swan because March, although lots of potential, they've not bought into it as much as Black Swan. Like, at least Black Swan is doing the thing. Ooh. Silverwolf. Ooh. Ooh. Acheron, just on animations alone. Now it's March. Oh my god, it's just a consistent mother off at the top. I've realized that even though I'm gay, the women in this game, it's just because the women have better personalities. Like, I'm sorry, but the men are just like boring sticks. God, it took us adventuring to get a man with some zest. I'm gonna say Kafka. Okay, I love Sparkle, but like I'm sorry, I can't. Like, I'm not putting you above Himiko. Fuck off. Or Welt. Okay, I will put her above Herta. Ooh. Okay, Herta, because Herta just has a lot more potential at this point. And same with Sela. Ooh. Okay, love Sampo, but this is where he meets his limit. Okay, Sampo over Ranmei. Ranmei over Don Hung. Dr. Reishi over Don Hung. Jinglu over Don Hung. Luocha over Don Hung. Adventuring over Don Hung. Like, this was supposed to be interesting. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, these storylines colliding was supposed to be the big moment. And it was a big pile of mid. At this point, Don Hung. I like Don Hung more than Blade. Blade. Woho. Su Shang. 92% chat. We're almost there. Ten Yang. Honestly, An Qing Shui. The same character at the end of it. Literally, this feels like the same characters to me. Now that I'm looking at them side by side, doing the same ass thing. Which do I like more, Bronya? Japard over that. Luca over Natasha. Natasha over Hanya. The Yanqing memes are funny, though. I'm doing these so fast now. Bacon over Bailu. Ugh. Okay, this is where... Okay. Oh my god, we did it! Damn! Oh my god. Okay, Black Swan is 1. That's crazy, because I'm pretty sure I put Silverwolf over Black Swan. Silverwolf over Acheron. March, Kafka, Himiko, Welt, Sparkle, Herta, Sela, Gwenapin. It's all women, and then Welt. Who's my worst? Clara! Honestly, I feel like my bottom is valid. Maybe I feel like Misha could be higher, but like the bottom